time now for Shoot or Work, where we take the wrestling rumors and say shoot if they're true or work if they're false. We'll start with the big news that broke late Friday night, and it involves Chris Jericho, Jim Ross, and Shahid Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, apparently, the money getting put in by Shahid Khan is going to be put into a new promotion that will be run by Jim Ross and Chris Jericho. Jericho is going to try getting wrestlers from New Japan Pro Wrestling, while Jim Ross, who is currently under contract with WWE, is going to try getting the wrestlers from WWE and create this new promotion. There's a TV deal possibly intact with Access TV, who currently airs New Japan Pro Wrestling and will be airing Women's of Wrestling in January. So a lot of things could really play part to a new rival in WWE if it comes to fruition. Not only that, there's rumors that Being the Elite, the Young Bucks, Cody, Omega, Scurll, and Hangman Page are all on board with this. So when they're saying their next move will be together, this could be what they're talking about. So Ralph, shoot or work, Chris Jericho, Jim Ross, Being the Elite, and Shahid Khan are forming together to start this new wrestling promotion.
So this is going to sound like a little bit of a cop-out, but I'm going to go with this is a worked shoot on behalf of all individuals, all parties involved. So if you remember back to our discussion last week, we talked a lot about being the most recent episodes of Being the Elite and how there were many references that were suggesting that certain members of the Bullet Club were going to jump ship and go to the WWE.
Right.
Now, 1 week removed from that conversation, we are talking about those same individuals being involved in a potential creation of another wrestling organization that would essentially compete against the WWE. So what we have here is a couple of different options. One, they actually do what they say they're going to do, stick together and create another organization that will compete against the WWE, which would be amazing. I mean, I believe the individual, Mr. Khan, who's involved in this, who's giving a good majority of the funding, has always been a wrestling fan from what I've read prior to this. Jim Ross, we all know who Jim Ross is. He certainly is more than capable of drawing talent. And then we all know who Being the Elite and the Bullet Club are. So the fact that they said they're willing to stick together and do something special, provide a different type of organization, a different type of wrestling, that's something they've always talked about. The other side of that coin here is this. So how do we know that they're not just saying and doing these things to build themselves up for larger contracts with the WWE?
That's possible.
And it is possible. And either way, the only people that know what their next move is going to be are the individuals that are in the Bullet Club. So the guys that are involved in this, they're either going to go to WWE or they're going to create a rival promotion to go against the WWE. But either way, we've been talking about them on a consistent basis for months now. So they're keeping their names in the spotlight despite not having weekly television like WWE. So,
well, they have Being the Elite.
Yeah, but that's YouTube, and yes, people can go out of their way to find that and watch it, but it's not like it's on a network where people can go and watch it on their television on a weekly basis.
Right.
It's a little bit different.
Yes.
So that being said, I want to see more. I don't know which side I'm going to go with on this. Either way, I think I'd be satisfied, to be honest with you. I'd rather see them stay out of the WWE because I think the WWE would actually really handcuff the things they're really good at. And I wouldn't want to see that. I think these guys are doing something really special in creating a movement. So I want to see what happens with this.
I think this is a 100% shoot. You talk about Chris Jericho and Jim Ross, two of the greatest minds in professional wrestling today. You got Being the Elite, who are marketing geniuses and doing what they can do to build a brand with WWE not involved whatsoever. And with All In, that could be your WrestleMania, your Bound for Glory, your Hardcore Heaven, your Starrcade, that yearly pay-per-view that everybody's going to watch when you become a fan of this promotion. They have the funding with Shahid Khan, who turned the Jacksonville Jaguars into a complete joke, into a perennial contender for the Super Bowl.
Oh, maybe not so much this year.
Well, they're having a little bit of a tough streak,
their
but
quarterback sucks and they're hot garbage this year. But
they made the AFC Championship with that same crappy quarterback.
That was then, this is now, so to speak.
Yeah, but
very good book by S.E. Hinton. Maybe you should read it.
Maybe, but still.
Either way,
the
funding's there.
The funding is there, similar to how Ted Turner funded WCW.
Yep.
And it's not like Sinclair and Ring of Honor where they put money into it, but not as much as they probably should. Shahid Khan will fully invest into this thing. And when you have Cody, Omega, the Bucks, Scurll, Hangman all on board with this, think of the people they could bring in. You have expiring contracts with AJ Styles, with Shinsuke Nakamura, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Finn Balor could have an expiring contract that we don't know about. How about you recruit Neville? Austin Aries, who walked out on Impact, whether that's a shooter work, I don't know. You build that card, and oh my God, we're 1995 WCW all over again.
Yep. And the one thing, so you just mentioned it, is talent. The guys in the Elite and the Bullet Club can't do this themselves. They need people to feud against. And we talked about this the other day. They're able to deliver good matches on a consistent basis, but they need somebody to go against. And, you know, guys like Jay Lethal, Flip Gordon, the whole list. Good wrestlers, but they need different types of characters that have drawing ability. So if they can pull like a Finn Balor or a Kevin Owens or a Nakamura, somebody who's been to the WWE, who already has an established following, who's been exposed to mainstream. Not taking anything away from guys like Jay Lethal or Flip Gordon, but in all honesty, they just don't have that ability to draw. At least they haven't proven it yet. So if they can get a couple of guys from the WWE, imagine if they were able to pull one of the larger names from even NXT and present them in a different way. You know, so like I said, let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
If you like this segment of the Squared Circle Psychobabble, listen to the full episode by clicking the link in the description below. And make sure you subscribe and review on your favorite podcast provider. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications for more videos. And follow us all over social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at SCPB Podcast.